I am going to go see Star Wars The Last Jedi. Okay, now my reaction. Once there lived a sensitive soul just outside of Atlanta. He had a good job and a kind of big apartment, but his crusty co-workers didn't understand his geeky ways. They laughed and started rumors and called him gay. His rent kept going up and his spirits kept going down. So one day he packed up his apartment and threw it into storage. He hit the open road and became a traveling caricaturist. Now he lives in a camper and travels all the time. He works at fairs and festivals, and for the price of a single click, you can join the ride. Well, hello from Johnson City, Tennessee, everyone. Today is Sunday, January the 7th, 2018, and they ended the Bristol Speedway and Lights yesterday, celebrated with a fireworks display. Zap, bam, boom, pow, bing, bang, bong. That's enough of that. Anyway, I went back today to go ahead and start deconstructing my booth and get it put back in the truck so I can head off to the next one. Got out there about 7:30, and the gate was locked. I can't get in to work on my booth, which puts me in a bit of a time crunch, because I gotta be leaving here on Tuesday. I'm gonna reveal where I'm going to next. Central Florida, that's right. I know I've dissed on Florida a lot, but hey, they got a long, warm season, and in January, February, they can still do outdoor stuff. As a matter of fact, that's kind of their fair season. So that's where I'm going to be, January and February. Anyway, alright, so since I'm out here in Johnson City, and I can't work on my booth, I decided to go do something that I've really been wanting to do for the past few weeks, and that is, I am going to go see Star Wars The Last Jedi. And guys, y'all are going to see a genuine reaction, because I have not allowed myself to see any previews. I've not allowed myself to hear any spoilers. Nobody has ruined it for me. The only thing that I've heard is that their second weekend it was a real drop because there was a lot of people that weren't happy with it. I don't know why. I'm trying to withhold judgment. I'm going to go in there and see it now. I'm going to turn the camera back on a little later, give you guys a genuine reaction. So here we go. Okay, now my reaction. I liked it. I actually liked this movie. It delivered everything that Star Wars is supposed to deliver. I can't complain. Well, actually, I can complain. I gotta be honest with you guys. I had a lot of fun watching this. I really had a lot of fun. But it had a lot of endings. It had, that extended version of The Lord of the Rings, the third movie, when it was like the movie just kept ending over and over. This one felt like it was doing the same thing, and you can tell they borrowed a lot of tropes and a lot of stuff from, I can't remember the names of them because I'm not a real super fan of Star Wars, but movies number 5 and 6. There was a lot of themes, running themes, that they borrowed from those two movies to mash together to make this one. And, spoiler alert, the ending, I don't know if anybody told the producers, but Carrie Fisher was the one that died. She was supposed to have the story arc that ended. We're not supposed to see Luke Skywalker, one of the icons, the OG of Star Wars, die from astral projecting too hard. I don't get that. Alright, well, I had to step back inside the truck because my cell phone battery died. Anyway, back to what I was saying before. Finn and Rose continually surviving these unsurvivable circumstances. That almost got comical by the end of it. It was just like, oh man, are they just like charmed against harm? I mean, they can be inside of a ship that explodes, and they wake up with dead bodies on rubble all around them, and they're still alive. How do they keep living through all this stuff? it's really not any more silly than what's happened in a lot of other Star Wars movies. I mean, it was fun. It was fun. We had a few new things. The whole deal with Kylo almost turning back to the light. That was something that was new. The showdown in the throne room with Snoke. We've seen that already before. The smuggler, the only in it for me guy that never redeems himself. That was new. That was cool. Can't complain about that. But you know what? Overall, I'm gonna have to say, meh. I'm sorry, guys. I didn't see enough new elements to really keep me invested in this movie. It was too long. It had too many endings. And I'm sorry, you don't kill Luke Skywalker. I mean, this is almost the equivalent of having a Batman movie with Batman dying in the movie somewhere. You just don't do that. Of course, I said the same thing when Han Solo died. I guess they can do that, technically. But, I mean, you can kill him off a little better than astral projecting too hard. I'm sorry. I totally understand. I completely understand why this movie is the sales are dropping. And it was Sunday night, and I was in the theater with like 10 other people. I totally understand now. And as far as Mark Hamill goes, I'm a big fan of Mark Hamill. You know what? I actually knew him as Colonel Blair before I knew him as Luke Skywalker. The circumstances of that are a little weird that I might get into at some point. But I knew him as Colonel Blair, and I like his geek stuff that he does, like the Geek Search, or what, Geek Quest, I think he calls it. He made a movie called the Comic Book Movie that I really loved. He was in Slipstream and Starhawk. I actually know him more for his interviews and his work and his love of science fiction and everything geeky. And I don't know if you guys know this, but he owns his own comic book store. That's how much of a geek he is. He's a geek. He loves the geek stuff. He's one of us. He's one of us. So, just knowing him, I know that he loves being Luke Skywalker. He enjoys that. He's one of those few guys out there. I mean, like, Harrison Ford didn't really like being known as Han Solo. He got tired of being, hey, look, there's Han Solo. He got tired of that. But Mark Hamill loves being Luke Skywalker. And to end his arc off like this, I am sorry, or Mark Hamill. I'm sorry, they done you wrong. I'm sorry, they done you wrong. And I know I've seen a few things that he's actually upset about his story. And now after seeing this, I know why. Well, Mark, I'm sure they'll probably bring you back as a glowy ghost of some kind in the future. Maybe they'll do more prequels and side stories where you'll be able to come back. But I'm sorry, they done you wrong. Anyway, alright, so that is it. I hope you guys have enjoyed this. I know this has been a lot of blabbing. But there you go. I've seen Star Wars. Those are my thoughts. Please don't forget to hit the like button. Leave comments, leave questions. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Share the video. I love you guys, and I will see you again in the next one.